So let's talk about gang stalking at home in your community. All right, targeted gang stalking. As a targeted individual, which I don't really claim, but that is what it is when you become just an enemy of your country for no reason, just because somebody in power decides to bully you. Because of what I've discovered, there really is no point to all of this, except just for bullying, harassing, illegal stalking, monitoring. Um, Experimental like testing. Anyway, so as you can see, I stay in a community here, and I have a housing inspection. So I had a housing inspection on the 5th. I've always had problems with gang stalking, racism, discrimination, um, just targeted harassment since I have lived in here. I live in a really decent neighborhood. But anyway, when you are a target individual, they will hire people to actually move into your community to physically monitor you, harass you, start things with you for the purpose of just entertainment. All of this, again, being exploited via the dark web, all of your private information here, giving people your whereabouts minute by minute, second by second, like your total privacy violation. So anyway, I had an inspection on the 5th. um, and I've always had problems with resident services where I live. Even that was like a big deal getting that done. When you are a targeted individual, you have deadlines, you have things that need to be done, scheduled meetings. Either your mail gets tampered with, there's always a delay, or if you have people in your community who are hired to harass you and discriminate, they will delay things on purpose to try and cause blockages, problems. They try to get you fired. They try to get you put out of your home, like all types of things. So the first inspection went well. After, of course, I had to go through a whole bunch of unnecessary challenges, but I have a reinspection scheduled. So that was done on the 5th. The letter was sent out on the 7th. So this past weekend, I noticed, of course, that I didn't get the letter in the mail, which is to be expected. The mailmen, like everybody through governments, is part of your targeted harassment. So of course, I didn't get the letter at all on the 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th. Telling me what repairs that I needed to make in my home so I can get this done on time for the next scheduled re-inspection. So come the weekend, I say about the 16th or the 17th, I reached out to the inspector. I said, hey, I have these issues with resident services. Of course, document everything here, and getting my mail on time, deadlines being missed on time on purpose. Could you please send me the notice of what needs to be done so I can get this done on time? Right. So I shoot off that email. 2 seconds after I shoot off that email, suddenly, magically delicious, like Lucky Charms, I get an email from the residence office saying, oh, by the way, we need to get your housing, inspection repairs done. Can we do this? Now, this is on a fucking Sunday. Okay. So and again, it's a week after the fact. When I open the email, there's a PDF saying that Las Palmas Corporation Resident Services received the notice on the 7th. They didn't contact me until, the 16th or 17th, which is a purposeful delay because the new inspection is scheduled for November 21st, 2024. Okay. So they don't, that's a big difference, okay, of a week and some days. All right. And so again, with the targeted and the stalking, and it's almost precision the way they do this, okay, which lets you know your email is monitored, everything is monitored. So again, I send off the email to the inspector, and then, somehow through the phone companies, they will shoot off, a message via cellular systems to your gang stalkers, and then the message comes via email from them saying, oh, by the way, we need to do this. It was like a split millisecond. That's how detailed, that's how insane the level of stalking is. So I returned the call on Monday. I called the person in question. Her name is Tracy Menenzi, something, something. And did I hang up? Because I'm on hold for like 30 minutes here. Oh, are you back? Hi.
I have a technician. Sorry, my apologies for the long wait. I was able to get a hold of.
Yeah, we're like 32 minutes in the phone call, girl. You had me on hold for like 15 minutes, but okay.
Jared is on the way. Should be there within the next 10 minutes.
Who's coming?
Jared. Technician.
Oh, okay. Jared. We love Jared. Okay. I'll be here. Thank you. So, I call on Monday. I speak with Tracy. I'm just like, yeah, Tracy, the re-inspection is due this week. Can I schedule this whole maintenance thing or whatever? She's like, yeah, sure. We're like joking and jiving, talking about coffee or whatever. Yeah, sure. I'll put that in for you. Make sure that gets done. Are you available tomorrow? I'm like, sure, I'm available tomorrow. She's like, okay, cool. I'll have him there between 12:30 and 1:30 after he gets off of lunch. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking like, great, because I've already called corporate, and I've been trying to meet with corporate to report everything that's been going on. And, she keeps scheduling the meetings, which is also part of harassment. They'll schedule the meetings like around a full moon or when they know it's just a conflict of interest. And then when I finally did agree to go down there and speak with the lady, she's like, oh, yeah, by the way, this guy from security is going to be there. And I'm like, no, I'm not meeting you and some random guy, or whatever. So that's on hold, and then meanwhile, I have this going on, right? So today's the day. Of course, they're supposed to come by, and it's like a minor repair. It takes like 2 seconds or whatever, right? So 12:30 comes, 1:00 comes, 1:30 comes. They're not here. So I'm just like, okay, which I fully expect. They always delay my repairs. Either they don't show up, they show up at like the end of the business day and then play like crazy or whatever given. So I'm like, okay, cool, no big deal. I'm not even going to worry about it. Conveniently, they had people outside my house cutting down trees or what. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't have time for this, right? And so I looked on the notice for my reinspection, and I noticed that it was for the 21st. Well, my first inspection was on the 5th. They're supposed to give you 30 days to complete the repair. So I'm just like, why is the reinspection so close? It's not supposed to be that close. I have 30 days. So if I was seen on the 5th, then there's no way that the reinspection should be scheduled for the 21st. So I emailed the inspector and I'm like, hey, this isn't enough time to get everything done. Okay, give me a new whatever, double down on that. And so I called the office and I'm like, hey, your person is not here to do the repair. Some random girl calls, answers the phone. And she's like, oh, yeah. She's like, yeah, well, I don't see anything for you here. I'm like, how don't you see anything for me here? It was actually put in by one of your managements yesterday. She's like, yeah, well, that person isn't there. Conveniently, the person that made the schedule appointment won't be there for like 2 days, at least till the day after my inspection. Oh, what a coincidence. The person that helped me the first time, he is in office, right? But he couldn't see me at that moment. So I'm dealing with this new she says she's the new girl. And so I'm like, yeah, your repairman didn't show up for this very important housing thing. She's like, yeah, well, let me go into the system and see if I can schedule something for you. I'm like, no, it's already scheduled. One of your workers, Tracy, scheduled it. Is she's there? Oh, well, no, she's not there. I said, so you don't see anything for me there? She's like, no, I don't see anything for you. I said, well, I have this email here saying that she actually put it in the system. Then all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. I do see it here and it is high priority. I'm like, isn't that something? So she's like, yeah, let me see what's going on. Let me have them call you. I'm like, no, you can't put me on hold because you guys are late. You're supposed to be here. I'll wait for you to get somebody who can figure this out. So meanwhile, the call is dragging on. It's like 15 minutes into it. Then she gets back on the phone and she's like, yeah, well, I have to see, I'm like, so where's the guy who was supposed to show up here? Brendan or whatever his name is. She's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm calling the maintenance, see if he's at work today. I'm saying, oh, so he's not even at work today, right?
Hi, maintenance here for issue with the bridge.
Yeah. Hi, Jared. Give me 2 seconds.
Sure thing.
So anyway, I'm going to end this live, but she's like, yeah, he's not here. He's not even on schedule. So I'm like, so the person who's supposed to be here is not even scheduled to work today. She's like, oh yeah, let me figure it out. Well, there's somebody here now, so we'll get back to it and we will fix this up, girl. But yeah, it's just like so crazy today. I'll catch back up with you later. Bye.